Couple of looks at great careers here. A retail roundup for a gentleman who has just passed away. His name is William Post. Bill Post. He died at the age of 96. Invented in 1964 the Pop-Tarts. And his last name is Post, but he worked for Kellogg's.
He's not part of the Post family.
Oh, yeah.
He's not. He's from Michigan, which is where Kellogg's is.
Battle Creek, if memory serves.
Battle Creek. Look at both of you guys. Battle Creek.
You know that. They used to say it in the commercials.
Yep.
And when you're a kid, all you have to read at breakfast while you're eating your cereal is the cereal box.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. At age 16, this guy, Bill Post, started working for Heckman Biscuit, which was in Michigan, and later was bought out by Keebler. They made little pastry products and so forth. And eventually he became the manager of the entire plant. Well, while he was managing the plant in 1964, Kellogg's had a meeting with him and said, we want to create some sort of a warm or eat it, you can eat it cold pastry for the morning to try to that you can grab quick and go and eat in your car or get out the door with it. And so he welcomed the executives in and said, well, we'll try to come up with something. So this guy, Bill Post, assembled a team and always gave credit to the entire team, by the way, but came up with something he originally called the fruit scone and put fruit inside that pastry. Kellogg's renamed it the Pop-Tart.
Was the first filling apple, you think?
Yeah,
or strawberry?
well, it didn't say. I would bet apple, don't you think?
You think? I was thinking it was always just the original strawberry.
Well,
That's what I
maybe.
would think.
I figured it'd be easiest.
Was there ever an apple Pop-Tart? I don't remember that.
I don't know.
I thought there was.
But when
I
you
don't
think
think
of
there
tart,
is.
that's the first thing I think of is an apple tart.
I've got a machine here.
Wait a minute.
I've got a
What
machine.
was the first Pop-Tart?
Original Pop-Tart flavor.
Those big companies could do one thing. They knew how to market.
Yeah.
And that's the story behind, renaming a cookie Oreo and renaming this Scone, which how many Americans knew what Scone was in the 60s?
Yeah.
A Pop-Tart, which everybody had a toaster back then.
Could it also have just been brown sugar and cinnamon because it's such a simple thing?
I have the answer. They began with 4 flavors: strawberry, blueberry, brown sugar cinnamon, and apple currant.
Boom.
So they have those are the 4 they started. They renamed that apple berry over the years. Originally, they were unfrosted in 1964, but then they realized in 1967 Americans are demanding more sugar. So let's
Let's get the kids hooked.
Let's put
Well, they couldn't be more right.
I am old enough to remember when Pop-Tarts were only unfrosted.
That's right. That's right.
I remember the big deal it was when they started frosting Pop-Tarts.
How'd the Dems have them? Did you eat them cold or eat them more
cold.
hot?
Get him cold.
Yeah.
Right out of the sack.
Yeah, in the morning we'd get up and breakfast would be, Mom would hand each of us a pouch
Yeah.
with 2 Pop-Tarts.
Pop-Tarts in it. They said that the trick was there, and this guy, Bill Post, had something to do with this as well. They had to develop a frosting that could withstand the heat of the toaster, which was difficult because it would melt off.
Oh,
So
yeah, I never thought about
they had
that.
to figure that out.
Yeah.
You know what? My
Now,
mother did.
nobody. Now you
Wait a
got
minute.
it cold out of the sack,
know.
Wait a
Dem.
minute now.
No,
Wait
we
a minute.
know.
Nobody could do it.
My mother did it one better.
Nobody could do it better than your mama.
Cut up some butter chunks, put them on top, put them in the toaster oven, and when they came out, not only were they toasted, but they had butter pools all over
It's
them.
almost as if your mother had, gone back to the drawing board and said, "How can we combine diabetes with heart disease?"
And make my son smile.
She got it done.
She's done it.
They're making songs about that now. When you all now probably 15 years ago, maybe more, I revealed this is the way I ate my Pop-Tart. When you all were like looking at me like I was crazy, I thought, what's wrong with them? I thought everybody ate their Pop-Tarts.
Nobody.
I
ate
thought
Pop-Tarts
everyone
like that.
ate their
There's
Pop-Tarts.
a select few. There's a little tribe out there.
Butter on a Pop-Tart.
I mean, how many people do you think warmed them? Period.
The best thing for a kid, you didn't have to wait. You wanted to eat it right then.
Right then.
Yeah.
You know, we would warm them. If we had time, if it was a Saturday morning, we'd warm them. She'd put the butter on there. If I was just grabbing them to go, of
Out
course,
the door.
I've done that too, where you don't have the butter. But so much better warming with the butter.
Without a doubt.
Oh, I love them warm.
Do you think there are still, because I go past the aisle, sometimes look longingly at the brown sugar cinnamon frosted, but do they still even have a market for the unfrosted?
Yeah, they're still out there.
Are they?
Yeah, I mean, I think probably your kids today would want the frosted, but I think your people who like the classic.
Kelly
It's
doesn't
still
go
there.
down that aisle.
But that's only a 3-year window.
I don't eat Pop-Tarts. No, and you're right. I mean, the classics, nobody remembers them. That was like 1960s.
But I mean, you can still find strawberry unfrosted.
Yeah, you can.
But blueberry
why?
unfrosted.
You can.
You think I'm just want this much sugar, not that little extra bit?
It's sometimes too sweet. I still eat it. I don't eat them, but I like I've always liked the unfrosted.
Really?
ones.
What?
Always.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what? My favorite now, I like brown sugar cinnamon a lot, but my favorite was chocolate. Chocolate on chocolate.
That was a game changer. That came along maybe in the 70s.
It's no surprise, Kelly.
Breakfast. That's a breakfast food. You know, you put
Chocolate?
Yes.
with butter melted on top of it.
They had like they had a chocolate Pop-Tart with chocolate in, and they had a chocolate with the white.
Yep.
The white filling I thought was better than the chocolate.
Did you? I like the chocolate filling.
Now, did your mama buy the chocolate for you, or did you have to go down the aisle with her and say, "I want to try that"?
Mama bought it.
She bought it.
She knew her boy.
She did know
She
her
knew
boy.
what I liked.
And chocolate and butter.
Chocolate and butter and chocolate inside. Now I've had the white inside, which is also good.
I prefer the white
you
inside.
like the white inside. Is that s'more or is that just
No,
it's chocolate?
They didn't s'more. You know, that wasn't a thing then. They just had a different name for it.
Now they have s'mores. They have a bunch of flavors now. Mark, you're talking about butter on Pop-Tarts. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Hate to say that. Yeah, I'm taking Chris Kelly's side on this one.
Oh yeah.
Growing up, I always had butter on the Pop-Tarts. That's just the way it was. Mom put butter on the Pop-Tarts, and it was a better thing.
But
I have type 2 diabetes and I manage it well.
welcome to the world of Jardians.
There's a lot of therapists that want to say thank you out there.
Thank you. But we're in the minority. Surprisingly.
But the guy who does Family Guy, you know, we'll get that email because the guy that does Family Guy, he wrote a song about it, right?
The Pop-Tart.
Butter on a Pop-Tart
Butter
song.
Pop-Tarts.
Yeah, he
Oh,
did.
that's right.
Yes,
It's
he
not
did.
a show I watch, but every time we talk about it, we get that song.
That's right. And that was a thing
Just
forever.
in pockets around the country because I never knew anybody, any of our peers who put butter on Pop-Tarts.
We
Never heard of
always-
it until this room.
We haven't. Listen, another very well-grounded person who also put butter on Pop-Tarts. Tweaky, go ahead and give us your story about butter on Pop-Tarts.
Well, I got to say, I've not actually tried that, but I will say that we ought to change the name Butter to Better because that just is what it does. So I'm going to try that next time.
Oh,
But
you should.
my strategy is I take that pouch, I want to eat them immediately, so I pop one in the toaster, and I let that warm up nice. And while I sit there waiting for that nice warm Pop-Tart, I eat the cold one.
Oh, well.
Oh,
yeah.
efficient.
Oh, game changer
That's
there.
called a pre-pop.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Thank you very much, Tweaky.
You ever shame eat an entire box?
No, I've done that.
They used to
I've
come
done
in 6.
Yeah.
You used to get 6 in a package. I think it's 8 now.
Is it 8 now?
Or maybe 12. I think
I
you
guess
can get
there's probably
multiples.
different sizes.
We
yeah.
always got 6, yeah.
Yeah.
And
That was the standard for a while.
Did your mom ever buy the knockoffs? The Toastums?
Oh, yeah.
Toastums were weak, and bless her heart, my mother-in-law, she calls them pop-ups. She gets like grocery store brand pop-ups.
Oh, gosh, that's worse.
They had
The
a
Toastums weren't bad.
What they had a toast,
And then toaster strudel came along.
That's where you drizzled the
Huge. That was
Too
a
much
whole
work.
other thing. Too much work. And they had to be heated.
yeah, because then it wouldn't work otherwise. This is that song you're talking about.
Have you ever put butter on a Pop-Tart? It's so frickin' good. Have you ever put butter on a Pop-Tart? If you haven't, then I think you should.
I think you get the gist.
Absolutely.
It goes on, but
I mean, it's another 2 minutes of that, but
Well, you justified it with a song.
that's our thing. Tony, you're talking about butter on Pop-Tarts. We've lost the inventor of the Pop-Tart, Bill Post, at the age of 96. Go ahead.
And such a great loss. But hey, guys, I'm a big fan of you.
Thank you.
Just want to let you know the first time I heard about butter on a Pop-Tart was on an episode of Who's the Boss where Tony Danza did it for Alyssa Milano.
Really?
Danza.
Really? No
did
kidding.
it seep into your mind then,
And
Kelly?
after that, I tried it, I was sold.
Yeah, I think we did it before that because I was doing it at age 8, and Who's the Boss started for me at age like 12. So I think we were before that.
Okay. I didn't know that.
By the way, Alyssa Milano has doubled down. Biggie wasn't here, and BBC supported Alyssa Milano when she
The crowdfunding
She
thing?
started a GoFundMe for her kid and their baseball team to go to Cooperstown, even though she's worth multi-million dollars, and her husband is worth even more than she is. They're worth probably $25 million. So a lot of people were upset that she did that. BB Shea said, hey, if you can get it, get it. Now she was seen at the Super Bowl which cost, I mean, the tickets cost
$10,000.
thousands of dollars, even though she still had that GoFundMe out there hoping to raise money for her kid.
Passing the hat down the row.
Yeah.
I think her husband got those at work. He didn't pay for them.
My favorite thing about her whole GoFundMe were the names of the people that gave her money, which were basically, here's $5, you effing C word.
Alyssa Milano was
It turned into an outlet.
Yeah.
is a rich C.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take my $5, you rich C word.
It was very vulgar.
I hope you choke on this, you effing C.
Clever way to deliver it, though.
I mean, would you give $5 to insult somebody
Yeah,
like
that's,
that?
Yes.
I think it's worth $5.
Absolutely.
I believe $5 was the minimum bid you could make. That's what she got a lot in $5 bills.
Jump several feet up my egg.
You effing C.
Here's $5.
Here's $5.
Enjoy New York.
It's
Johnny,
beautiful in the summer.
It really is.
Johnny, you're talking about Pop-Tarts. Go ahead.
Good morning. When my son was younger, I would toast 2 strawberry Pop-Tarts and then put peanut butter in the middle like a PBJ, and he thought I was Einstein.
Oh, my God.
That's next level.
Whoa.
That's next level.
I love that.
A sandwich Pop-Tart.
That's a better PB&J.
Not since the late Luther Vandross, another Sky Point,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
used Krispy Kreme donuts
Yeah.
instead of cheeseburger buns. Have we heard anything this diabolical?
That's
the Big Mac of
brilliant.
Pop-Tarts.
I love that. Thank you, Johnny. And what is it? Is it KFC that has the double down with the 2 chicken
That's
breasts?
right. The breasts are the bread.
Yeah. And the inside is cheese and bacon and stuff.
That's
yeah.
right.
Austin, you're talking about Pop-Tarts as well. Go ahead.
Morning. So my mom used to give my little sister and I Pop-Tarts every day before we got on the bus from school. Well, we wasn't fans of them, so we would hide them in the cabinet to make her think that we ate breakfast. Well, finally, about the end of the school year, she went back and looked at that cabinet, found about 100, 150 Pop-Tarts fell out on top of her, and realized we wasn't eating them.
Oh, my God. You didn't like the Pop-Tarts.
Oh, man.
So you hit them.
No, we were toasted strudel. Yeah,
Do you like the toaster strudel? You enjoyed those?
I did.
Yeah, I've never had that.
Oh, they're good.
Well, when it came out, now my friend Brian Thomas and I were watching TV and a commercial came on for toaster strudels, and he said, "This is huge. This is a game changer." Yeah, I never tried
They
it.
were good, but they were different. I wouldn't even put them in the same.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, they're just it's a different breakfast item.
is it still out there?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I haven't had it in
There's so many
25 years.
Pop-Tarts on the shelf now.
Well, Pop-Tarts have the more flavors.
The one thing I didn't like about Pop-Tarts was the commercials. I didn't like that toaster that talked.
Oh, really?
What
Yeah.
was his name? He had that. He had like a. He had like a Northeast accent. Milton.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The Pop-Tart.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
And the Pop-Tart.
I had blocked that out of my memory.
Yeah.
I got some bad acid, man.
That's right. Go listen to it.
The toaster.
Hey, we should put a Pop-Tart in me.
What? They talk.
It did. It talked to you. Boy, I didn't think about that. Plus, Pop-Tarts, if you do an acid or you're stoned, you know you're going to love a Pop-Tart, of course.